problem is thinking that I need to have things figured out when I don't. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm finding it. Can you believe it's 2025? Like 2024 just flew by. Like I just feel like the older I get, the more time flies by, and I just needed to slow down a little bit. But Happy New Year. I hope you had a happy and safe New Year's Eve. Um, that you brought the new year in style, however that goes for you. Whether you went to night watch service or you stayed home or you went to an event. I just hope that you were safe, and I really hope that you are preparing for your 2025, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing, and I want to share that with you. So I have some notes, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. So first off, every year I have a word or words that I focus on for the year. So for 2025, I have two words: organization and wellness. So organization, because I need to declutter not just things in my house, but things in my life. Um, so I need to organize my life. So that's my preparing for 25 on my list to do. Also wellness, because I want to be a better version of Jennifer, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So there's some work that I need to do in each category. So that's what we're focusing on in 2025. Now, I usually do a vision board. I have been doing a vision board for, how old is Kira? For maybe 15, 13 years, something like that. I was introduced to vision boards by my sister-in-law. She had a vision board party, and I went up there for the weekend with my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and her. Um, and she had some girlfriends come by. We had magazines, we had poster boards, different things to put together a vision board. And then we had a burn ceremony where we wrote something on a piece of paper, and we burned, and we said that we was gonna let that go, um, as we moved on in life or whatever. So the vision board was something that has stuck with me through the years. Sometimes I did a vision board just for the upcoming year. Sometimes I did a vision board for like 5 years. So I did do one. No, I didn't do one last year. Did I do one last year? I did do one last year. Um, but I did it for 5 years. So there's some things that I'm still working on. And I also utilize Trello, um, which is like a kind of like a notes project management kind of software. But I use it to set up my goals for the 5 years. So each year has a different card, and it's categorized by career, financial, travel, health, all that good stuff. And I just write what it is that I want to achieve, and I even put a date to when I want that to be achieved or when I want to start it. And I think that's key to when you're setting goals, because you need to be intentional. You need to know, okay, this is when I'm going to start, and this is the date when I need to be finished. This is my goal date to finish. So maybe I'll share that in another video or do a clip of how my Trello board is set up. But yeah, so organization and wellness are my two words for 2025 that I'm going to focus on. I always take December as a time to reflect and rest. I think it's a good time to really take inventory of everything that happened in the year. Excuse me. Everything that happened in the year, whether good or bad, what you learned from it, and what you're going to do different in the upcoming year. For me, I'm going to say this all the time because I love to write. I love to journal. That is my thing. So I go back and I flip through my journal and I see where my mind was at and what I was going through, what I overcame. And sometimes there's some tears that are shed because I see the growth. I see the shift. And I think that's an amazing thing when you can look back, especially when you think things are bad, when you can look back and be like, damn, I did that, you know? So if you're not into journaling, I encourage you to just write down your thoughts, write down your feelings, write down what you're going through, write down what you're going to overcome, because journaling, I believe, is powerful. And if you need a journal, you can always go to throughthejourney.com and order one of our journals or download a journal. Self-care. I'm still going to be about all that self-care. I am an advocate for self-care because it's so important. I didn't realize this in my 20s and my early 30s. So I'm making up for lost time. Putting myself first. Taking care of myself. When you put yourself on the back burner, and not just the back burner, but just you've been overwhelmed by life, just hustling, just working. Like, you know, I've said before, I was a teen mom. I worked, I went to school, I took care of my family, you know, always grinding to make it to that next level in life. Sometimes you gotta stop. You gotta stop and you gotta think about what it is that you went through, what you overcame. You have to sit in those blessings and be thankful. And I think all of that is a part of self-care. Also, being intentional about your health. You know, being that it's the beginning of the year, schedule those physicals, schedule those eye exams. Women, schedule your GYN appointments. You know, get those on the calendar so you can be in your best health. So you could be up to date and know what's going on with your body. Wellness. I want to create, I have an evening routine. So I want to be more intentional about my mornings. I am not a morning person. I do not like to get up early. I will lay in bed until the last second before I have to get up. but I want to be better. So I am working on a plan where I'm going to start getting up 5 minutes earlier. My goal is to wake up 6:30ish, to start my day. Just to have time with God, to pray, to meditate. If I want to work out, I can work out. And just arm myself for the day, before I start work. So that's something that I want to work on. I did dabble in meal planning, mainly for dinner. But I want to get more into that. Meal planning and meal prepping. So I did create a Trello board for that as well. Maybe I'll do another video and just share what I'm doing with Trello and how it's helping my life. So let me know in the comments if that's something you want to know more about. But yeah, I want to start meal planning, meal prepping. I think that will also help with the cost of food, because I'm just not going to be buying shit that I see in the store. That I really be intentional about what it is that I'm cooking, what ingredients do I need, and then looking around the house. Because sometimes I'll do a food order or go food shopping and I'll have the stuff in the house already. Waste of money. So that's what I'm going to be working on. But wellness for me, like I said, is full circle: health, career, relationship, personal growth, travel, finances. So yeah, those are the cards that are on my Trello board. I did talk about vision boards and about breaking down your goals into small action steps, having deadlines, dates, be intentional about when you want to start, when you want to complete these tasks. These goals. And then finally, check in. I have a reminder on my calendar to do a quarterly review. Not just in my business, but in my personal life. I need to check in with myself. Did I go to all my appointments that I needed to go to? Did I achieve this goal that I set for myself? If not, what do I need to do different so that I can hit that target for the next quarter? I think that's very important. Don't wait until the end of the year to check in to see if you did this, did that. And like I said, I have my 5-year vision board. So it's like, okay, I know this is what I have on the list for next year, or this is what I have for this year. What am I doing to prepare for that? So quarterly reviews and check-ins. I always say, I'm ready for a new year, and then some shit pop off and I'm not ready. So I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm just going to release it to God. Because that's one of my things is, like I said, to work on my faith this year. But I'm just gonna let go. Part of my problem is thinking that I need to have things figured out when I don't. So I'm working on it. I'm finding it. But yeah, I release that. If I had a piece of paper, I would write that down, burn it, and release it. I am letting go, and I'm going to surrender to God's will. Whatever he has in store for me, I accept it. And I go forth knowing that he is walking beside me, that he is guiding my steps, and that whatever comes my way, whether it's good or bad, he's got me. And I pray that you feel the same way and that you have the same faith. Doesn't matter what's going on in this economy. Doesn't matter who we have as a president. God is in control. So, Happy New Year. Make sure you're planning. Make sure you're thinking about the things that you want to accomplish. Focus and make time for yourself. And check in. Do all of that. And I don't think I missed anything. So, yeah. Happy New Year. I'm excited for what 2025 has in store. I am going to be more intentional about posting and what I post. So if you have anything in mind or something that you want me to talk more about, dive deep in, make sure you comment below and let me know. As always, thank you for watching. If this is something that you enjoy and you want to follow this journey, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next Wednesday. Thanks for watching.